This video will show you how to fill out the instructor portion of the Academic Support and Access Center's test request form. Students must submit a request to take a test at the ASAC at least a week in advance of the day they plan to take it. When a request is submitted, you'll receive an email notification from the ASAC with the subject line of test request number blank sent for approval of arrangements. Click the link in your email to go to the student's request form. You'll have to log in to the AU portal to see the form. The top portion of the form is completed by the student. Here, the student indicates the date and time that the students in class will take the exam. Below that, the student enters the date and time that she is requesting to take the exam at the ASAC. Please remember that, currently, the ASAC is open to administer tests Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. In this section, the student has indicated which of her approved accommodations she would like to use for this exam. These are some accommodations we most often receive questions about from professors. Use of computer. Students with this accommodation use ASAC computers to word process their exams. Students are permitted only to use Microsoft Word unless you indicate the need for other software. The computers are not connected to the internet unless you give explicit permission. Students save their work on blank ASAC provided flash drives, and their finished work is printed out by ASAC staff, then immediately deleted from the flash drive. Assistive technology, or AT, can help students with a variety of disabilities to demonstrate their learning. Two of the most commonly used programs are Kurzweil and Dragon. Kurzweil screen reader software can read out electronic text to students. Dragon, on the other hand, is software that allows students to have their oral speech transformed into type words on the screen. If you have questions or concerns about any of your students' accommodations, be sure to contact the student's ASAC counselor or the testing office. The last piece of the students section of the form allows students to write notes to their professors. In this example, the student explains why she needs to start the test at the ASAC earlier than her colleagues in your classroom. The next section, labeled "To be completed by faculty," will allow you to agree to the requested arrangements, note any changes, and provide the ASAC testing office with important exam administration information. Anything in this section that is marked with a red asterisk or dashed outline is a required field. The system will not allow you to submit an incomplete form. First, indicate whether or not you agree with the date and time the student is planning to take their test at the ASAC. If you would like to make any changes to the date or time, note them here. Next, tell us how long the students in class will have to complete the test. If you are absolutely cutting them off at 60 minutes, then enter 60 minutes. However, if you think the exam will probably take 60 minutes, but you'll permit students the whole 75-minute class period, make sure to write 75 minutes here. We calculate the appropriate amount of extended time by looking at what students in class are allowed. If students may have access to any materials, be sure to indicate that here. We only allow students to take into our testing rooms items that have been explicitly approved by the professor. Please share your contact information with us in case questions or issues related to the exam administration arise. The last portion is also important. Let us know how the exam will arrive. You have three options. 1, you can drop it off in the testing office in MGC 243. 2, you can email it to exams@american.edu. Or 3, you can have the student pick it up and bring it over. If you select the last option, be sure to indicate where and when the student should pick up the exam. Next, tell us how the exam should be returned. You can either have the student return it to a specific location, or it can be picked up from the testing office. Finally, you should indicate whether or not the student has given you an official accommodation letter from the ASAC. You should receive this letter before the student takes an exam in our office. When you're done with your section of the form, click Next. If you see this warning message, it means that a required field was left blank. To correct it, you'll need to go back to the form. However, do not click the back button in your browser. Click OK in this warning pop-up. You should see this screen. If you received an error pop-up message, click here to return to the form. Once you've completely filled out the faculty section of the form, click Next. It will take you back to this screen, and now you can click Submit.